Hi, I'm Kayla, 24.
I'm Matt, I'm 33. We're from Fort Worth, Texas.
And this is Financial Audit.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
We did get a Costco membership to help out with bulk buying to maybe reduce that.
Nice.
What am I seeing here? USAA Federal Savings, $8,000. Is that the loan against?
That's a vehicle that is in now in collections.
Oh, for f***'s sake.
Before I met Kayla, I was spending left and right on mainly just a fast car and booze.
What was the car?
It was a 2014 Ford Mustang.
Great.
It is highly modified
Sure.
and it currently is sitting because it no longer runs.
In your thing.
Yes.
It wasn't repoed?
No, it wasn't.
They just sent it to collections before they tried to get anything from it?
They haven't tried to reach out for that or anything.
How long has it been in collections?
3 years, probably.
Okay, so that's going to f us for a long time, especially if you're trying to get a house. Okay.
Right now, I'm in the process of. My friend showed great interest in it, who is a car guru himself, and he's wanted to pay me for it, but I have to make negotiations with USAA to, let him pay for it because the last communications I had with them, they said we can't transfer it to anybody's name. That was 4 years ago.
Didn't you get like an inheritance though? If I'm not mistaken, I was scanning your notes before this.
Yep,
And that couldn't pay for any of your boozing. And when did you get your inheritance? And what even was it?
Yeah, I paid for all of it.
How much and when and for why?
Yeah, my father passed away in 2018 of April.
Sorry.
And he's better now, but he passed along $138,000 to me.
What happened?
Wrong people around him.
What?
Well, right after that, I discovered adultery in my first marriage, and that
Discovered adultery, as in she was diddling, or you were diddling?
I walked in on her diddling.
You walked it. Did you join? That's it. Sorry, you went through a bad time. I shouldn't joke about that.
But no, I walked in on that, and there was an aggressive divorce with that. Luckily, neither party took money from each other. It was a clean sort of divorce, but the way it happened was awful. That threw me down a really bad spiral.
Yeah.
Of making really bad decisions. Sorry,
It's okay. No. Take your time.
And believe me, the only person that doesn't forgive me is myself. So.
Okay, why are you so hard on yourself about your past? Your past is your past, man. I have f***ed up so much in life, and there's tissues right there if you'd like some. I f***ed up so much in life, man. But what defines me, who I am today, what I'm doing today, or what happened a few years ago? You learn, you grow. It's the human experience. I understand. It's also a human emotion to always dwell on things like that. But what happened with the inheritance?
It all got spent on that Mustang you're looking at, even though it's not paid off.
Really?
The
Okay.
modifications for it was the big expensive
Hundreds
part.
of over $100,000 into a Mustang?
A lot.
Not just a Mustang.
Not just a Mustang.
Okay.
Booze, going out to eat. Not
Were
having
you
a job.
working?
No, I wasn't working at the time. No.
Okay, so we weren't replenishing it at all. We were just using it for how long? Over the course of how long?
Year and a half.
Before
Very,
he
very
met
short
me.
time.
I met him right
Yeah.
at the end.
Because right around the time I was a full-time student at UT, and when that whole divorce happened, I got crazy. Well, with my father dying and the divorce following just threw me into a spiral.
Wait, I have a Capital One also in collections.
Yep, that's the other credit card in collections.
Okay.
The $8,000 for that Mustang, and then what was that? 7 something.
So when did this go into collection? 7,134.
Last year.
What happened last year? We were together for a long time at that point. So what happened?
It was not last year.
It was 2023, the last statement.
You got that while we were dating. We were not married when you got that credit card.
Oh my gosh, we can't even agree on f***ing timelines.
It started, that card was...
Why are we just paying minimum payments on this? It's credit card.
It racked up really fast, and we racked it up really fast.
The minimum on this was probably what, like 75 though? You could have made that.
I think it was 250.
Oh,
260
really?
or so.
Okay.
Well,
It
'cause
really
I
depends on
racked-
the credit card.
I racked it up really fast in about a month.
On
2 months.
what?
More
Well, you were
like a
together.
day.
We
Yeah.
weren't boozing, bed hopping,
We were
doing
going
whatever.
we were going to a place called Texas Renaissance Fair. It's in Waxahachie.
For f***'s sake, what? Okay.
Yeah, so
what
people
we're
get-
going to? What it's going to? That sounds repeat renaissancing?
Yep.
Well, of course I have one.
Well, she,
What, is this like a 24-hour renaissance,
It's-
365 days a year?
It goes for 2 months. Every day of.
How many f***ing turkey legs gets this?
I wish it was turkey legs.
What were we doing?
the first day I spent about $3,700 in one.
On f***ing what, possibly?
Garb, weapons.
Well, you guys were together. You didn't care? You didn't care? How do you guys not care?
I got drunk also.
Our finances were not put together at that point, so I
Did
didn't
you
know.
even know what you were doing?
Well, I was drunk, so part of it, yes, part of it, no.
I don't think you can drink.
Good thing he doesn't anymore.
They have
Good.
they have a lot of mead there, and I got crazy.
Yeah, good.
And then afterwards on those payments, I got angry with it. Wondering.
Okay, you can't keep doing this because that has been a recurring story throughout. One, you get angry that she doesn't understand, she doesn't spend, so you don't include her, and you make a hard line decision, and then it doesn't even happen anyway. You get angry that something's in collections. Oh, I'm not going to pay it. I'm going to f myself. You get angry that there's a credit card bill that I racked up. Oh, I'm not going to pay myself. You get angry that a car is not working, so I'm not going to pay it. You know, it's just that's just not how this world's going to work.
It just makes me
What are you going to do when you get angry at the f***ing kid? You're just going to like walk away? Like this is a reoccurring thing throughout your life, and it is not going to result into any positivity. Because look, it's just f***ing you, and then what happens? Your car gets stolen, so you need to go get a car. You know, and what you qualify for is a 25% interest rate. And you just made a salesman life.
Stop being so emotional.
Huh?
I need to stop being so emotional.
It's not about emotion. It's about the action you do. I can be an emotional person too, but that doesn't mean I go out and f*** my life. There's nothing wrong with emotions. Emotions are human and natural. Listen to my voice right now. It's all emotions. but I'm not like destroying my life with it. Your inkling is to walk away and give up. That is not going to be okay. If it was just you, sure, why not? Die in a pit. But now you have a kid and you have a wife to take care of, okay? So it's not about you anymore. You can't do it anymore. It's time to man the up, and even if you don't like it, you gotta deal with it.
Yep.
I've tried telling you.
And why hasn't that come through when your wife tells you?
Well,
Because he just doesn't listen to me. He'd rather listen to somebody else who tells him what he wants to hear.
Who? Who's telling you that?
Friends. Male friends.
trying to tell me to be the powerhouse of the house, and it's
Powerhouse of the house, you're walking away from debt. That's not being a powerhouse. That's not being a man. That's not being an adult.
yeah. I just there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Then how do we prevent this in the future? Because this has been a recurring thing over at least the past 6 years.
I mean, I have a suggestion.
And?
Include me in it. Let me mediate. Hey, maybe this isn't such a good idea if we only have this much for that needs to go towards this. Let me see what we have so that I can put in at least some sort of an opinion. Be able to help out with, hey, I know you want this, but you know what? Maybe that should go towards this instead.
Yeah, but we didn't do that for the last 4 years now. It's not just the most recent. So you've been there for a while.
I have never been able to see the savings and known exactly what we have without asking you to send me a screenshot.
Okay, so I started doing that because we were living about 4 years ago living in Bridgeport. I had the contractor job. I was seeing, just realizing after a year being there, we weren't saving a dime. And so I started looking, and then there would be times she should go to the grocery store wanting like $400, whether it was needs or not. It freaked me out. And so then at that point, I just made a decision to cut it off.
Do you feel like you're being controlled?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you feel like a wife in this relationship?
Most of the time I feel like a daughter, and I've told him this.
There would be times she should go to the grocery store wanting like $400, whether it was needs or not. It freaked me out. And so then at that point, I just made a decision to cut it off.
$400 was not being given to me.
Do you feel like you're being controlled?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you feel like a wife in this relationship?
Most of the time I feel like a daughter, and I've told him this.
How does it feel to be treated like an infant in your relationship?
I think that's part of the reason I wanted to come on here, because it is getting to that boiling point.